Okay, guys, it is currently 8:05 in the evening, and we have a brand new tornado warning that does include the Panama City Beach area down here in Florida. It does also include the Laguna Beach area. And let me just go ahead and say that if you were in the polygon warning, which is this red box here, that you need to go on ahead and be in your safe place, which is the lowest floor near the center and away from windows until this tornado skirts the coast and moves on through. So once again, this does include the Panama City Beach area for the next 24 minutes. Now, let me go ahead and read you the warning while I've got this on here, and then I'm going to go back over to the radar, and we're going to track this thing until it dissipates or the warning is eventually canceled. Okay, so at 8:01, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles southeast of Panama City, moving to the northwest at 25 miles per hour. This is a radar-indicated tornado. So this is not a confirmed tornado. It is radar-indicated, but it is enough of a signature for the Weather Service in Tallahassee to issue a tornado warning that does include the Panama City Beach area, and it will be around Panama City Beach here within about the next 10 to 9 minutes, and it will be there at 8:15 Central Time. Okay, so once again, tornado warning for Panama City Beach and also Laguna Beach. So let's go over here to the radar and where this thing is, and let's track it out. Let me back out. Okay, and there is going to be your couplet and your potential tornado coming just south of the Panama City Beach area. And let me put this into motion for you. And as you can see, it is going to pretty much skirt the coast, moving up from Panama City Beach up to Laguna Beach as well. So this is a tornado warning that does include Panama City Beach. Now, this actual warning is actually coming from the National Weather Service out of Tallahassee, Florida. And I'm checking with the National Weather Service in Tallahassee as well to see if there are any other updates real quick. Okay, the possible tornado is rapidly moving along the Panama City Beach coast. All right, and this warning does include the West Bay, Florida area until 8:30. So I have circled the actual couplet and the potential for a tornado. And real quick, I also need to mention further back off to the west over Baldwin County tonight and tomorrow, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, and Fort Morgan will be under a curfew from 8 p.m. until 6 a.m. Conditions on the roads are hazardous and life-threatening. Do not attempt to drive over water. Okay, so back over towards the west. For Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, and Fort Morgan, there will be a curfew in place from 8 p.m. through 6 a.m. But real quick, more pressing, there is still a tornado warning that is in effect for the Panama City Beach area, moving up towards Laguna Beach, and then eventually, if it holds together, towards the Isles Beach area as well. So let me go ahead and show you that the couplet is currently right here, and it is moving on off, going up the coast from Panama City Beach up towards the Laguna Beach area. And I can probably give Panama City Beach an all clear in about 5 minutes. because by that time it will be closer towards the Laguna Beach area. Now, once again, this is not a confirmed tornado. This is radar indicated tornado, but I will say that it was enough of a couplet for the National Weather Service to go on ahead and issue a tornado warning for the Panama City Beach area. And real quick, let me grab a sip of water to get my voice back to where it needs to be, because I often get dry when I speak a lot. So give me just 1 second. That is much better. Okay, so my voice is actually getting better now. So that is a good thing. Okay, so once again, we're zoomed in here over Panama City Beach as we have a potential tornado that is raking up the coast from Panama City Beach all the way up to Laguna Beach. This also does include, let me check with the Weather Service in Tallahassee. This does include West Bay, Florida as well within the warning. So once again, the possible tornado is rapidly moving along the coast near Panama City Beach. And I have zoomed in and circled for you where the best area of potential rotation would be, and it's going to be in this general area right here. Now let me also back out and show you that they have another couplet that they're worried about south of Mexico Beach as well. So there are actually, wow. Okay, so here's the couplet that is over that's prompting the warning for Panama City Beach. They may also have to issue a tornado warning for Santa Rosa Beach as well for that couplet right there, because that is a pretty nasty couplet coming into Santa Rosa Beach and over here towards the Miramar Beach area as well. So this is a pretty significant situation. And once again, let me put this into motion for you. And as you can see, both of them are moving on off to the north and to the west. Now, the one that is here over the Panama City Beach area is moving off to the northwest at 25 miles per hour. And the potential tornado is going to be over Panama City Beach around 8:15, which would give it probably about another 3 minutes. And it will be right on top of you if you're in Panama City Beach, and then moving on up the coast towards the Laguna Beach area. And like I said, one time, you'll have a great couplet on radar, like we had a couple of seconds ago, like it was when it was right in here. And then 2 radar scans later, and it will be gone. So basically, it was tight. Now it has broadened out a little bit. And, basically the Weather Service only issues these tornado warnings for a very short time because they spin up and then they dissipate just as quickly as they spun up. So once again, the Weather Service might actually say, okay, well, this one has had its day, it has weakened, and they may cancel this warning here if the radar trends continue like they are. But for right now, the warning still does in effect, and is still in effect until 8:30 for the Panama City, so for the Laguna Beach area. But once again, I'm really getting concerned about the couplet that is coming up here towards the Miramar Beach area as well. So we're going to have to see that as well. Okay, so we have a new special update from the National Hurricane Center as of 8 o'clock. And It looks like that Sally is starting to unfortunately strengthen again before landfall. She is still moving off to the north at 2 miles per hour. Her pressure has dropped from 975 to 972, and the winds have increased now to 85 miles per hour. So once again, Sally unfortunately is getting stronger right before landfall, and that is not a good thing for the Alabama Gulf Coast. I also need to mention that another couplet has started to pop up just off here to the south and the west of Panama City Beach. Again, let me put this into motion for you, and as you can see, it is starting to once again, they wrap up and then they tighten up again. So there's another couplet off the coast, just off the coast of Panama City Beach, Florida. So once again, this is Stephen Ray, aka Stingray, and we currently have a tornado warning now that is still in effect for another 15 minutes. That does include Laguna Beach and the Panama City Beach area as well. Let me zoom in here and show you that there is Panama City Beach and there is Laguna Beach, and there is another couplet that has just developed just off the coast of Panama City Beach, and it is moving on off to the northwest as well. So it's going to, scoot the beach as well and rapidly move up the beach between Panama City and Laguna Beach. So real quick, let me grab another drink of water as my voice gets out of rhythm again. I'm burning the midnight oil here, with this landfalling, slow, creeping hurricane. This is going to be a long duration event. It's a long night, and I'm going to be here for you guys as much as you guys would like it. Okay, the National Weather Service in Mobile has now issued a special marine warning over here closer to the Pensacola area. So let me go ahead and check and see what they are warning for. Okay, actually, this one does not include Pensacola. They got it wrong. It does include the Destin area, though. Okay, so let me go back over here to the Eglin Air Force Base in Florida, their radar. All right, and let me show you what's going on here. We have 3 couplets of potential tornadoes. We have one that is sitting up here in between Fort Walton Beach and Santa Rosa Beach that has not prompted a tornado warning just yet. We have another one that has prompted a tornado warning for Panama City and Laguna Beach right here, and we have another one off the coast that is sitting right here. So there are 3 potential areas of tornadoes that are moving into the coastal waters and the coast of the Florida Panhandle as we speak. So once again, let me go on ahead and go back in here to the Panama City Beach area. And let's see, that warning goes for another 11 minutes. And they have not updated the warning just yet. So let me check with the Weather Service in Tallahassee to see if there are any other updates regarding this actual tornado-warned storm. And unfortunately, there are no other updates from the National Weather Service in Tallahassee. So apparently, they are actually going to keep the warning for another 11 minutes until 8:30 for Panama City Beach. And this also does include the Laguna Beach area. But like I said, once again, it was really tight. Let me show you that. For a tropical storm or in a hurricane, that right there is pretty tight coverage, couplet, and it's a pretty tight couplet on radar. And now it's gone. So if that trend continues, I would expect them to allow the warning to either expire, or I would expect them to cancel the warning as well. But I did say that they have issued another special marine warning. And that one goes for 8:30 as well for the potential of water spouts. Okay, so we currently still have a couple of water spouts possible moving on land near Laguna Beach and the Panama City Beach area as well. Okay, so let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a bigger view. Okay, the orange cones and the orange boxes that you see over here between Fort Walton Beach, Destin, Miramar Beach, and Santa Rosa Beach, those are special marine warnings for the possibility of water spouts. There's also one down here for Laguna Beach, down to Panama City Beach as well. And then this red box is the reason that I'm on here for a tornado warning that does include Panama City Beach and Laguna Beach for another 8 minutes until 8:30. And so that's the reason I'm here. Now, the green boxes that you see on here, those are flash flood warnings. And there is an intense amount of rain that is being produced by this Hurricane Sally. And before we go back before I sign off, I will give you an update on the rainfall totals so far. But right now, let's go back in here and look once again at the radar data for the storm that is over the Panama City Beach area. Okay, so once again, there would be your couplet there, and this is moving up towards the Laguna Beach area as well. This is just off to the north and to the west of Panama City along the beach. So there's the new radar scan. Let me go ahead and show you. Let me get in here pretty close and show you that would be your couplet right there and your possible tornado. Now, I'm not actually going to call this a tornado unless we actually get confirmation of it being down. I want to, not cause confusion and say, okay, there's your tornado right there. Because people think, oh my gosh, it's an actual tornado. It's on the ground. This is a radar indicated tornado. So that's why I'm saying possible tornado rather than saying actual tornado. Now, if it is actually observed, if we get one tonight that says actually observed, then you will hear me say, okay, that's your tornado right there. But for now, with it being radar indicated, I'm going to say possible tornado to err on the side of caution. Okay, so there's your possible tornado moving towards the Laguna Beach area, moving away from the Panama City Beach area. So for now, I can give Panama City the all clear from this one couplet, but that doesn't mean that others couldn't pop up back in the Gulf and move inland like we have been seeing all evening long. So once again, this warning goes for another 5 minutes, and I'm sure, based on that radar signature, that the Weather Service in Tallahassee is going to allow this warning to expire in 5 minutes. That way, we can go back to doing what we like to do and not really worrying about a tornado issue in Panama City Beach or Laguna Beach. But I cannot rule out more warnings later on this evening and overnight as this system continues to push on off and make landfall. And I am getting a report of damage now, but this is further back off to the west. I am getting, it was 30 minutes ago, multiple trees down and tree damage in Daphne, Alabama. That is from the National Weather Service in Mobile, and that is Daphne in Baldwin County. So that is just from tropical storm and hurricane force winds from Sally. That's not necessarily from an actual tornado, but there are getting reports of damage in and around the area as Sally continues to creep along on off to the north. And yeah, getting back to this warning, I see no signs of any more couplet or rotation. Everything has really broadened out, which is a really good thing. So I would expect the Weather Service to allow this warning to expire in 3 minutes, and then we can go back and do, whatever we like to do, and we can quit worrying about the tornadoes for now for the Panama City Beach area. But I'm going to stay here for another 3 minutes until 8:30 to go ahead and let this warning expire. And then I'm going to check and see some other things before I go back off of Facebook and social media. And remember, the National Weather Service has a great slogan that they talk about anytime that there is a flash flooding event, and especially a historic one like we have ongoing tonight. Turn around and don't drown, and do not drive your car over a flooded roads, because the majority of flooding deaths occur in vehicles, unfortunately. And I also need to go ahead and say, and that remind you that Orange Beach, Gulf Shores, and Fort Morgan are under a curfew from 8 p.m. tonight until 6 a.m. until we actually get Sally through the area because of the hazardous and dangerous conditions in and around the area where this system is supposed to make landfall. Okay, so we got about another 2 more minutes for the tornado warning. That would be for the Panama City Beach and Laguna Beach areas, but I'm not seeing any signs of rotation, so I'm sure they're going to let this warning expire. So let me go ahead and back out. And let me go back over here to the Mobile radar. And I'm telling you what, guys, this, unfortunately, Sally looks rather impressive, especially when you start to see this wrapping up of the center of circulation. Now, this storm is still creeping along at a pace of 2 miles per hour off to the north, but I've been watching the base velocity, and these winds right in here just off to the east and the northeast of the center has started to really pick up and blossom over the last few hours. And I knew that this thing was starting to strengthen again. Let me put this into motion for you. And as you can see, the winds are just howling. And whenever you see the blues and them starting to expand, that is not a good thing for a hurricane So that is a very bad news for places like, Perdido Key, Gulf Shores, Pensacola, and places on like that. Now, let me check and see if there are any other reports in and around that area. Now, I'm getting reports that the power is going on and off right now in Gulf Shores. The toll bridge on the Foley Beach Express Road is now closed. Do not drive around the barricades. That comes from Orange Beach Police Department. Alabama Point Bridge on Highway 182 is closed due to high winds. So that is also from the Orange Beach Police Department. So things are really starting to deteriorate down there on the coast, and especially in Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, and that will continue through about 4 to 5 a.m. this morning as we get these strong, damaging hurricane-force winds. Pensacola police are reporting trees and other debris are landing on local roadways. They will clear them as soon as it's safe to do so. This is going to be a hazardous night, according to the Pensacola police. So things are definitely going really downhill in a hurry for the Gulf Coast. And once again, this storm is strengthening because on the update at 8 o'clock, which was 30 minutes ago, the National Hurricane Center said that the hurricane hunters that are flying around in this system actually saw that it had strengthened again, and winds are back up now to 85 miles per hour. And look, I can show you, look, there is a wind gust to 100 miles per hour just off the coast south of Gulf Shores. And now you got to remember that these winds right here, based on the radar, or up at the radar beam, is looking out at 2,000 feet above the ground. But 100 mile per hour winds up 2,000 feet with a vigorous rainstorm, and the exact storm and rain that we are receiving now, that could easily be transferred down to the surface. So now we're seeing winds of 100 miles per hour on the radar, and that is very disturbing as we get closer and closer to landfall. And I could not rule out the possibility of this storm actually cranking up to winds of 90 or 95 before this thing actually makes landfall. So real quick, one more time, let me check this. Train weather spotter, there's your damage from Daphne at 7:55 this evening. Multiple trees and tree damage in the city of Daphne, Alabama. Okay, so real quick, what I want to show you. Okay, so just off the coast, we are seeing upwards of 8-10 inches of rain in this yellow zone right here, and that is going to continue to push on off to the north and to the east. So, you're going to have really bad, nasty conditions. All right, we have some very troubling, that's not a good report. From the Gulf Shores Police, water will soon overtake Highway 59 near Waterville in Gulf Shores as flooding from Sandy gets worse. Okay, so that is a significant report of flooding that will overtake Highway 59 near Waterville and Gulf Shores as flooding from Sally gets worse. So once again, things are getting really bad down in the areas close to Orange Beach, Gulf Shores, and the Alabama Gulf Coast. Okay, so the good news is all of the tornado warnings have been allowed to expire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a very short break. I will be back here doing another update at 9:30. Before then, if any of these little tropical showers wants to produce another tornado, then I will be right back here on social media giving you guys long form tornado coverage. I hope you guys enjoyed the one that I did for the Panama City Beach area. Hope everybody stayed safe over there, and I hope everybody stays safe in the path of this increasingly, getting worrisome and getting very tired of Hurricane Sally as it continues to creep on off to the north. But it's going to be a long night, but I will be here with you until this thing makes landfall. And like I said, if there are any other tornado warnings within the next hour, I will be right back here on social media. If not, I will see you guys back here at 9:30, like I said before then, if necessary.